Hi everyone. Sorry, it's been a bit since I posted my last video. The problem is that I had recorded the process of making a carnivore pizza with the chicken pizza crust. And when I went to edit it and put the different segments together, I ended up losing a large segment because I was having problems uploading it. And yeah, so then I ended up having to finally just delete the whole thing, and I'll have to try that again some other time. I was pretty happy with the video when I reviewed it before I tried to upload it so I could get it into YouTube. But when I went to upload the individual pieces to splice it together and make the whole thing, I ran into some problems. I was trying to use a different type of setting for my video recordings, and it was taking up too much memory. And yeah, so we'll go back to what we were doing originally and see if we can make that work. So yeah, I just wanted to explain why I didn't get a video up. And like I said, I really wanted to share that because, you know, my family loves the carnivore pizza. Even my non-carnivore eater. She was actually pretty upset that my daughter was pretty upset that I had made pizza again when she wasn't home that weekend. So I told her next time I'll make sure she's going to be home so she can have some too. But anyways, I just wanted to review real quick where I'm at. I'm down 95 pounds now. So I've got 6 more pounds to go to hit my goal of 100 pounds down, and 101. But yeah, I'm at 151 and my goal is 145. So I've got 6 more pounds to go. And you know, it's these last few pounds are doing some work, taking some work to get done. You know, I've been doing the PSMF 3 days a week. You know, I started out with ketovore, and then carnivore, mainly carnivore now. And it's pretty easy for me. You know, I'm doing no dairy or minimal dairy. You know, it's like every once in a while I'll add a little bit of sour cream or some cheese, but I can't add dairy very often because it slows me down and or even stalls me out completely. So you know, I do daily planning. This is, you know, what helps me to get where I'm at and where I want to go is, you know, I have to plan every day in advance what my meals are going to be and make sure that what I'm going to eat is ready or easily accessible. And then I log my foods in my MyFitnessPal. But basically, you know, my theory is, you know, keep it simple, stupid. So, you know, keep it simple, stupid. That's what I always tell myself. You know, just my PSMF diet is pretty simple. You know, on my days that I do that, I have a packet of tuna for breakfast, a can of the canned chicken, and then I have steak for dinner. I have to, you know, I don't have to measure excuse my cat. I don't have to measure the tuna. I don't have to measure the chicken, but I do have to weigh out my steak at night. And then, you know, for those 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, excuse me. But you know, I got my macros that I try to follow for those days. You know, for PSMF, for calories, it's 800, you know, around 870 to 900 calories a day. Keep around 30 grams of fat because you need some fat in your diet. Protein's about 140, 145, and max carbs is 10. But you know, I usually come in at 0. And then on the regular days, the other days, my calorie goal is about 1350 to 1500. 89 grams, roughly, of 89 grams of fat, 128 to 130 protein, and again, you know, 10 carbs, which, you know, if I use like mayo or something, excuse me, if I use mayo or something, you know, I might get some carbs in there. Yeah, the cat's over here and it's bothering my nose apparently. So, but I do exercise every morning. I get up every morning between 4:30. First thing I do is I come downstairs, I grab my iPad and I jump on the elliptical. I watch some shorts and I watch some, other videos and stuff, and I'm on there for, 15 minutes till I get my exercise goal every morning. And then I'll, throughout the day, I get some more steps and stuff in, and occasionally I'll work out, do a little bit of a workout, or do some more the elliptical, or maybe even get on the treadmill in the evening to get some exercise. So sometimes I just stand at the counter while I'm cooking and do some counter push-ups, leg stretches, arm swings, just various movements, squats. When I first started doing squats, I could not do them hardly at all, and now I can squat down and I can hold myself pretty good. It's I'm amazed at where I've come since I started this, and I feel good. I feel really good. I do try to have a schedule and stick to the schedule, and that helps. Keeping a positive attitude, I mean, that helps, but keeping my goals in mind, even if I hit a stall, I got to keep my goal in mind, and I have to have kind of retrospective thinking. I'll be like, hey, a year and a half ago, I was at this weight, and I've had multiple stalls between now and then, and just reviewing to myself, retrospectively thinking about what I've done to get where I'm at, and it gives you helps you keep a positive attitude and helps maintain. I don't miss anything, really and truly. I mean, every once in a while I might think of a food that I haven't had in a while, but it's not like I obsess over it. I just remember how I felt before when I used to eat those things, and I'm happy to eat steak. I've always been a huge beef eater. So I mean, it's not just steak. I eat bacon, I eat eggs, I eat sausage, ground pork. This weekend I took some 80/20 ground beef and mixed it with some ground pork and browned it all up, and then I threw in some seasonings to make taco flavor, and just threw it in a bowl and topped it off with some shredded cheddar cheese and a little bit of sour cream, and without any shells or anything, basically had taco meat, had a taco bowl with no actual crust to it or anything, and it was good. It was satisfying. So, and it was a nice change of pace. So it's just you have to keep in mind what you want. Remind yourself about how you feel when you achieve these little goals, and I started out with, okay, I have my big goal of this is where I want to be. I was at 246. I wanted to get to 145, but I set short-term goals as well. I mean, that was my big goal. It's taken me quite some time to get there. Some people, they lose tons of weight right away. I've been gradually losing it, and I've had to work and struggle to get where I'm at. But I'll tell you what, where I'm at right now compared to where I was 2 years ago, this is great. If I hadn't have kept my goal in mind and stuck with what I was doing, I would still be where I was. And I'm happy at where I am right now, and I want to share that with people. So if you have any questions or comments, drop some comments in, like and subscribe, and I'm going to try to start recording more videos and sharing more things. If you want to see more content about food prep, or I'm looking at doing some early retirement stuff, so I'll be posting some of that too. I'm 61. I'll be 62 in December, but I'm looking to retire soon. And there's some interesting things that I found out about that too. So, but so have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week.